Hi everyone, I'm Oren Buskila, CEO and co-founder of Cobalt. Cobalt maps your bank's enterprise architecture so you can modernize faster without breaking anything along the way. And that matters because banks are not like any other enterprise. The global economy runs on your systems, and no industry has a tech stack more complicated than yours. Thousands of interconnected applications, business processes where a single transaction might cross 30 different systems. No one has the full picture, and whenever you try to make a change, you don't know what's going to break. This is why we built Cobalt, an enterprise intelligence platform for modernization. With Cobalt, discovery that used to take months now takes days, and you can finally see the impact of any change before you make it. Let me show you. What we see here is your bank's architecture on a page. Everything here was discovered automatically by Cobalt from reading and scanning the bank's systems. On the left, we see the bank's topology map. Each block here is a component of your system. Could be a third-party service, could be an API call, and could be an in-house developed code. Those blocks, those components are arranged from top to bottom according to their place in your IT stack. So from the customer-facing side all the way down to the data layer and the infrastructure layer. Each component is connected to all of the other components that it communicates with by wires, which you can see. Zooming out, this is the topology map. On the right of it, we will see the list of business processes. All of those were discovered again by Cobalt from scanning the bank systems. We see a couple of examples here, like loan origination or cross-border wire transfer. These are just 2 out of hundreds or thousands of different business processes that you will find in your bank. Now, this view alone is something that would have taken your enterprise architecture team maybe months to produce, and it would have been stale the moment it was ready. Cobalt did it in minutes. This is cool. Now we're going to see something cooler. Let's click on one of the business processes, and immediately we see a path lighting up on the topology map, crossing through all of the different components that this business process uses. And this is super valuable in reducing the mean time to resolution of any incident that might happen in your bank. And this works the other way too. If we now click on one of the components on the left, we will see all of the different processes that use it. Kong Gateway is used by these processes, and they might be affected if anything changes. Now, this, again, is something that would have taken many months to produce. Cobalt does it immediately. But if an architect in the bank wants to change a process, now he will need more detail than that. So we can choose, again, this business process, but this time we will dive deeper. And here we see the details of it. We see the summary on the top in plain English that anyone can understand. Underneath it, we see the process flow, each and every step across all systems with the business logic of each step also explained. But Cobalt doesn't stop at just showing you what it is. Cobalt also advises you on how to make changes. So we will now open Kobe, our agentic architect, and we can ask Kobe any question. Regarding this wire transfer process, we're going to ask, how do we add a fee calculation step? So we ask Kobe, and Kobe immediately responds with all of the steps that are required for implementation across every system. Even the test plan is here. Again, this would have taken weeks of interviews with the expert teams, and Cobalt did it while I was standing here. Now let's zoom out again, and let's see what happens when the architectural team wants to replace a certain component, a system to migrate. So we will pick a component called Papyrus. It's a real component, a real application found in one of our customer systems. It's a letter printing system. It has been used for the past 30 years. Now the vendor stopped supporting it, and the only expert who knows how to configure the system has retired. So the architecture team wants to replace it, but it's been delayed for years because they don't know what's dependent on it, on what might break. So let's dive into the Papyrus component, and here we can see the blast radius. We see all the components that are connected upstream or downstream from it and might be affected if we make a change, will be affected. Again, we will open Kobe now, and we're going to ask, Kobe, how do we replace Papyrus with PrintBoss, the target alternative? And we get immediately the list, the migration plan, every change needed, the test plan, and even the rollback plan in case something doesn't go as planned. So this was great. Again, now the bank can finally make its safe migration from Papyrus to PrintBoss. So I started this conversation by telling you that Cobalt maps your bank's architecture so you can modernize faster without breaking anything. You just saw what this looks like. Complete discovery in days instead of months, blast radius with one click, and an agentic architect that you can ask anything about your system. So if you are a CIO, a CTO, or an enterprise architect dealing with a modernization project that you can't quite start, or one that's taking too long, come see us at our booth. And also, if you liked what you saw, please vote for us for Best of Show. Thank you.